Hi there, my name is Alex.
And I'm Claire.
We are a pair of siblings from Hong Kong who want to help those who cannot help themselves.
Like every one of us, we were born into this world with no say. Our parents' lives dictated our starting place in this world.
We are lucky enough to come into this world with a healthy body and access to food, water, shelter, and an education throughout our entire upbringing. We even had the opportunity to pursue higher education.
I went to Skidmore College to study philosophy and English literature.
I studied psychology and creative writing at New York University.
But the heartbreaking reality is that there are so many of us out there who are much less fortunate and who are born into dire circumstances. Whether it be growing up in an impoverished area with no access to a basic standard of living and an education, or living with a mental or physical disability without support. Just as much as we did not earn our place in this world,
They certainly do not deserve theirs, and it reinforces one sad, simple truth. The world is an unfair and an unjust place, but we, as humanity, cannot sit on the sidelines and accept this.
we must act to level the playing field, exercise our obligation to help those less fortunate than us, and lend a helping hand to those in need.
That is why, for 6 months, we will be traveling to Cambodia, Burma, and Vietnam to commit our time and dedicate our efforts to improve the lives and future of those trapped in the throes of the world's injustices. Cambodia, the 7th poorest country in Asia, does not provide free public schools. As a result, many children from families living in rural areas like Siem Reap do not have the means to sit in the classroom and receive the education, a privilege that many of us in the developing world sometimes take for granted. The Cambodia English School of Higher Education Organization, CESCHO, is an NGO that began in the humble household of Rady Ruhr, the charity's first ever teacher and founder. As more children in the village heard about Rady's English class, and the confines of his living room space were pushed to its limits, a formal classroom was built, and the first school was opened in 2010. Since then, CESCHO has built 2 more schools and provides free education to over 750 underprivileged children living in the impoverished countryside of Siem Reap. On our first mission from October 1st to December 3rd, we want to volunteer as English teachers and mentors inside and outside the classroom to these children, who range from the age of 4 to 16. We will be teaching for at least 7 hours a day from Monday to Friday, and spending the rest of the time sharing our values that will, hopefully, stay with the children forever.
Myanmar, previously known as Burma, is a country plagued by the world's longest civil war. Shortly after its independence from the United Kingdom, Myanmar began its 68 years of civil war between government forces and ethnic rebel groups. As a result, many local Burmese fled south to the border of Thailand in search of peace and a better life. Not only has the conflict displaced many inhabitants, but it has also contributed to the fact that 25.6% of Myanmar's entire population lives under the national poverty line. On our second mission, from January 10th to March 2nd, we will be working with Open Minds Project on their Burmese migrant program that aims to pull children out of this vicious poverty cycle through education. On the Burmese and Thai border, we will venture to the isolated town of Pyeong Kyong. There, we will be teaching basic conversational English and IT skills at the Tan Phuying Wilai Amatayakun School. Of the 800 students attending this school, 30% of them are stateless, without passports or identity cards, and many of them come from the refugee camps around Pyeongkyong. Outside of the classroom, we hope to guide these children to become more aware of issues surrounding the environment and the world. We also will immerse ourselves in the Burmese daily life to better understand the conditions and challenges they face, and thus find more ways in which we can help them.
Vietnam. Although Vietnam has now been at peace for many years, the repercussions of the war still haunt the country and its people. During the Vietnam War, American forces sprayed over 40 million liters of the chemical defoliant Agent Orange over southern Vietnam in an attempt to clear a forest canopy to reveal hidden Viet Cong soldiers and limit their food supply. Little did he know, the effects of Agent Orange did not stop there. Millions of people were exposed to the chemical, and as a result, they suffered and continue to suffer from liver damage, cancer, heart disease, reproductive disorders, and severe birth defects. In our final mission from March 5th to April 30th, we want to volunteer through IVHQ at institutions caring for children and young people affected by Agent Orange, and in schools, hospitals, and community clinics looking after mentally disabled children. During our time there, we will be assisting local staff in providing rehabilitation exercises and therapeutic treatments for children, educating them with games, music, and arts, and finally teaching English to the local staff. As two healthy young adults with 4 limbs and a sound mind, we need to give back to those who have come into this world with much less.
Before we continue, we would like to sincerely thank you for watching our video, reading our campaign story, and connecting with our cause. Your time and support means so much to us. Thank you.
Our goal is to raise $45,318 Hong Kong dollars for both of our placements in all 3 locations. If we manage to exceed our goal, we plan to donate the money to new land development in Cambodia, school supplies and scholarships for the students in Myanmar, and books, clothing, and shoes for the children in Vietnam. You can have a look at the breakdown of all our costs and where the excess money will go in the video below.
Please do not feel obligated to contribute to our campaign, but if you do, any amount is a massive help towards making this dream a reality. If you are unable to contribute, simply follow us on Instagram at the HuiBonHoa Help, or share this page with your family and friends through any means of social media. This will help us more than you can imagine.
With your generosity and support, we can collectively help the children of never become the children of tomorrow.